Hello everybody, welcome back to Hiking the Wainwrights and welcome back to Troutbeck. Now I would have said good morning, but it isn't actually morning. It's 12 minutes past 12. The reason I'm out so late is because this is such a short walk. And, would you believe it, it is the final one in the Far Eastern Fells. I can't believe it. So if you've been keeping tally, you'll know that there is actually only one fell remaining, and that is Wansfell. That's where I'm going today, with my trusty companion, Finn of the Fells. But incredibly, I've managed to park in exactly the same spot as I did last week, in a lay-by just outside of Troutbeck. So I walked up to the village and I'm now on Nanny Lane. Let's go and take a look at the map and see which route I'm doing today. So from the lay-by, I've walked up through the village of Troutbeck and then on to Nanny Lane. I'll be staying on here for quite a while as I head up towards Baystones, which is the highest point of Wansfell. Here. After that, I'll be heading along the ridge towards Wansfell Pike, where the views should open up in all directions, but especially out towards the west. After that, it's a nice gentle stroll back down to Nanny Lane, and then down to the village, to visit the last pub of the season, and then a short walk back to the van. So as you can see, it is a far cry from last week's walk, which we can see over there, by the way. You can see almost all the route. That's up to Sour House there, and obviously the ridge. That glorious ridge is back over that way. Weather-wise, it is forecast to be overcast, which it is. It's also forecast to be quite mild, which it is. I'm actually sweating like mad. About 9-10 degrees at the moment. But later on, and this is the reason why I've gone a little bit later today, it's supposed to clear out a little bit. Towards the end of the day, there's supposed to be sun shining. Doesn't look like it at the moment, but you never know. Could be some drama, some interesting inversions going on up there at the moment. I saw that as I was driving through. So yeah, it could be a nice spot to sit and wait for sunset. And what a lovely way that would be to wrap up this whole season. God, it's hot. Right, let's get up the rest of Nanny Lane and get onto the open fell side. Like he's in jail. Oh. So as you can see, it's quite a busy track. People coming down off Wansfell Pike. Now, it should quieten down a little bit further on when I get to the point where the path breaks off and goes up to Wansfell Pike, which is over that direction. And I'm going to keep on the track and head up to Baystones, because I don't think that's as popular up that way, but well, we'll see. But look at it. I know I'm sweating like mad, but it's very little effort really. You're getting views like this from Troutbeck. Just park in Troutbeck and you get this. I actually forgot to mention that I've already done a Wansfell vlog a couple of years ago. I'll put a link in the description to it. And it's a completely different route from Ambleside and up the west side there. Really beautiful route actually. It's a nice video. It's actually one of my favourites, and the light went incredible at the top, so go and check it out. But after this. Okay, here we are at the, well, I guess it is a crossroads or a junction where you can go off up to Wansfell Pike that way on the footpath. That's the way I'm going to come down a little bit later on. Perhaps even in the dark, but I doubt it. I never stay long enough. But for the time being, I'm going to keep on going up Nanny Lane, which, yeah, suddenly doesn't look that good, does it? It's all a bit muddy down here, but it'll be fine. Very, very busy. I mean, I don't know if you can see all the people coming down that path there. Such a popular place. Oh, by the way, once again, this video is sponsored by me. If you're enjoying these videos and love the outdoors, please consider visiting my website at blackcrag.uk, where you can browse a selection of unique and striking fine art photographs taken by me on my various adventures. There's the open edition prints, which feature a number of top hotels and restaurants right here in the Lake District, as well as limited editions if you're after something a little more rare and collectible. All photographs are printed on the very best paper available. When you see these photographs printed, you'll be blown away by the quality. And it's free worldwide shipping. By buying one of my photographs, not only will you be investing in a piece of art for your home, but also supporting this channel directly which in turn allows me to make more of these videos. Yes, as you can see, the path has got a little bit more rugged, shall we say. A little bit harder to walk on, but it's not too bad. I'll just make sure you haven't got your best shoes on. Steadily getting worse. Let's just go around this edge. This is looking nasty, but just gonna have to get dirty. That's what the boots are for. Good girl, have a drink. That's it, good dog. Not a million miles away from the exit from Nanny Lane now. In a couple of minutes, I'll be coming off on a path that's going to take me up to Bay Stones. And it's at that point that I'm going to get a little bit nervous because there are fell ponies on Wansfell. I've only seen them a couple of times when I've been out. And I was hoping to see them last time when I did that previous vlog, but didn't, and I suspect they were probably over this side of the fell. So yeah, I've kind of planned this in a way that I am going to go right along the ridge of the fell and hopefully come across them. And I know that's contrary to what I said in the last video, that I hate them and I'm scared of them. I don't hate them, I'm just very, very wary of them because they're big, they're big animals and unpredictable. Right, let's get off this track and get onto the path up to the top. Okay, let's have you. Oh, there you go. Oh, flipping out, that's high. Okay, now I need to somehow get up here and get past you. That's going to be easier said than done, I think. Excuse me, fuzzy face. Can I get over? I don't know how we're going to do this. You need to jump off the other side. Yeah, you need to jump. Come on, jump, jump. That was quite possibly the worst jump ever. Now you see, these styles are catastrophically bad for people that carry the cameras like this. Right, we're over, it's good. Somebody's happy to be on the grass. She loves it on the open fell side. So as you can see, there are patches of heather around here. So once again, there'll be little smatterings of purple and pinks in August. Not as good as some of our other heather fells, but that is a nice view. Very nice indeed. Now, according to Wikipedia, and I know you need to take Wikipedia with a pinch of salt, Wansfell, the name Wansfell, comes from Old Norse, and it basically means Woden's fell, as in the Norse god Woden. How true that is, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But it could be true because a lot of places around here do have Norse names. The origins are Norse and from the Vikings. So yeah, it could be true. Okay, it is very wet round here. Just be mindful of that. Waterproof boots will definitely come in handy. It is lovely having Finn out with me on these walks. It's a shame she couldn't have come on some of the other ones because they were just a bit too big. And she's 10 now, and it's becoming a little bit more obvious that she struggles on the longer walks. And for the days afterwards, she's absolutely wrecked. So a nice short walk like this, she'll enjoy it and not feel wrecked tomorrow. So I hope. That is a happy dog. Aren't you, Finn? Go on, you keep going. She's got a terrible habit of getting under your feet though. Yeah, not far to go now. I can see a few people up on the top there. They're just heading down, I think onto this path actually. Not far to go now to Bay Stones, which is the true summit of Wansfell. Summit is just up here, but behind me you can also see where the pike is. Yeah, nice little ridge walk down there. And we're getting some more views of Windermere and a little bit more out towards the west. But from here, the star of the show is last week's walk along that western ridge, the Western Kentmere Ridge. Selfie time. Good dog. Now, according to the map, that isn't the summit. The ring contour is actually on this little lump here. So I'm going to follow Finn and hopefully get over this. What the hell this is? I don't even know what this is. What is it? It's a gap. So through we go without smashing the lens this time. I reckon it could be that one. Let's get across to there. It's very deceptive. According to the map, this is the highest point on Wansfell, right here. But looking back to where everybody thinks it is, that does look higher. But it isn't. But more importantly, I can also see the whole of last week's route, including the Tongue, Frosick, Ilbel, Yoke, Sallows and Sour House. All of it. Lovely. I think I've definitely had better weather last week. However, I do think the weather is changing today. When I was driving in, it was like a really high level overcast day, but there's definitely more clouds building up around the mountains and it seems to be thinning out a little bit, and I can see some orange light out towards the bay. And I've just glimpsed, you won't be able to see it, but I've just glimpsed way over, probably place fell, a little bit of sun actually hitting the ground. So I think things might be changing. It could get good. It is forecast to. It is forecast to all completely clear out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get over to the pike and sit down there for a little while and keep my fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed, that the weather does pick up and the sun gets through the cloud. We don't want it all to clear out, just some holes in the cloud would be nice so we can get some sunlight hitting the ground. That's what we want. That's perfection. Right, let's get across to the pike. I've got no idea where she's going. She's in search of butties. Little butty bandit. Aren't you? Butty bandit. So it won't take long to get along the ridge here. Nice, isn't it? About 20 minutes perhaps. And yeah, I can really feel that wind got up actually now I've got to this level and a bit more exposed. I mean, the environment's exposed, I'm not exposed. So if you're liking the video so far, please give it a like. And if you're new to the channel and you're liking what you see, why not subscribe? Because I'll tell you something, there's a heck of a lot of videos to come. Okay, you probably can't see it, but I've got fell ponies. I got what I asked for. Now I'm nervous. Now I've got it, I'm nervous. Heck, right, I'm gonna go along the path. I can see the path there, some runners coming down. They're off the path a little bit, whew, thankfully, not like last time. And I'll see if I can pluck up the courage and get a bit close to them and maybe get some shots. We'll see. Let's go and have a look at them. Hello. Look at that view. Lovely. Just missing a little bit of light. See Rydal down there. Beautiful. A little bit of grassmead as well. Is there any particular reason why all these fell ponies are jet black? It's like ring wraith horses, you know, the horses of the dead. I'm not expecting pink and blue spots, but still, you'd think there'd be other colours, brown maybe, white. But they're all black. Ominous looking. Actually, I think there's a brown one. After all that, yeah, there's a brown one. Okay, they're just around this corner here. I don't want to startle them, so I'll just take it really easy. Gulp. That would be a lovely photograph actually, if there's light on the ground behind. That would be really beautiful actually. Damn it. Lovely. Really, really lovely. You having fun? Yeah? Come on in. It's a very pleasant path as well. Pleasant path with a very, very good view. That's it now, just follow the wall all the way to the pike. Yeah, wrong way, Finn. This way. I love this path. Definitely one of my favourites. Finn loves it as well. Where you going? Clown dog. You a circus dog? Now, this is more like a style. Unlike those deadly wooden ones from last week, seeing a lot more of Windermere now. And we'll see even more when we get to the pike. It's like a full house on the summit. I knew it would be. I knew it'd be busy up here, especially on a Sunday and a dry Sunday. Okay, here we are. Wansfell Pike. Busy. Stand on the pike bit. Let's get through the gate. Come on, Finn. In your own time. Good dog. Right, let's go and sit on these rocks here. Yeah, this is the spot. Look at that for a view down to Ambleside and beyond. I mean, that is just staggeringly beautiful. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to stay here for a bit and wait for this light to change, because it's supposed to change. We'll see. There's definitely more orange light and blue sky out towards the west. Anything could happen. In fact, it's putting rain down now over Kirkston Pass. Flipping heck. But yeah, look how busy it is here. That is the busiest I've ever seen it. So yeah, I'm going to try and find somewhere out of the wind-ish and hope and pray that all this clears out, because I would like to get some photographs today. Well, this season. I haven't got any food, Finn. Didn't bring any food for you or me. Well, I say I might have a cheeky marsh bar, but... Well, actually, I have got a treat for you. Thinking about it, I just remembered I have got a treat. Oh dear. I might have some bad news here for you, Finn. Start off with one layer and we'll build up, shall we? Right, I think I know where it is. I know where your treat is. It's in here. It's in the fin pocket. Peg. Good girl. That's it, you enjoy that, because that's the only one you got. And for me, it's... Where's it gone? Oh no! Mars bar time. Well, believe it or not, I've been here about an hour and it hasn't changed at all. In fact, if anything, it looks like it's thickened up a little bit. I'm looking out towards Kirkston Pass there. Now, this might seem a little bit over the top, all these layers and what have you, but it got really cold. It's surprising how cold it gets here. And before, earlier on, it was really busy up here, as you probably saw on the drone footage. All cleared out because the temperature has dropped significantly. People have come up and you can see them going, oh, it's absolutely freezing, let's go, and they've cleared off. And I think on the basis of the clouds not looking like they're going to move, I think I'm going to head off as well. What a shame. I was really hoping that this would be a real climax to the whole season, getting some amazing shots, but not a sausage. There are some crepuscular rays coming down there. It's tantalising and teasing, but I just don't think it's going to materialise. I really don't, and even if it does, look how hazy it is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back down to Nanny Lane and the final pub of the season. Can you guess where it is? I'll give you a clue. It's right by Nanny Lane. Back through the gate, this way. Come on. That's a hell of a noise. So I'm actually heading back down the way that I came up on that last video I did. Over the hundreds and up this, so I think, south side. I don't even know if you can hear me, by the way, because of all these gazillion layers. Hopefully you can. Isn't it just a wonderful fell? Wonderful Wansfell. Wonderful Wodensfell. If that is a lie and it's not actually based on Woden, Wodensfell, I don't care. From now on, it's Wodensfell. I can see some amazing sun out in the bay. Real bright sunlight hitting the sea, but it's so far out. I mean, it could be an amazing sunset. It could just cut right beneath, but I'm not hanging around that long. Yeah, it doesn't take long to drop down enough to start warming up and getting out of that wind. It was actually quite breezy up there. Once you're out of the wind, it's all right, and obviously once you drop down a bit, it's all right. Starting to warm up a little bit now. And all the while I'm walking down here, got Windermere to admire. Go on. Okay, this is the way I came on that last Wansfell video. Up from the Hundreds Road, across a little bit of a bog, and along here, you can see the stepping stones there, and then up that way. But today, I've come down, and I'm gonna keep on going that way, straight onto Nanny Lane, straight into the pub. Let's go. Right, here we are, back on Nanny Lane. That's where I went earlier on, up to Baystones. And now, this nice gentle stroll back into the village. Well, this is it, end of the Far Eastern Fells. It feels quite sad actually. It doesn't seem like 2 minutes since I was going up Place Fell. Some real highlights on here, I think Bonscale Pike, massive highlight for me. The walk up to Bedder Fell, beautiful, really was. And Longsleddle, wow, what an amazing place. And let's not forget the blizzard on High Street. That was a crazy, crazy day. One that I'll never forget. It's normally the crazy days, the hard days that you never ever forget. So I'm not entirely sure how many Wainwrights I've done all together now, and how many miles and how much ascent like I did in the last one. So what I'll do is I'll put all the stats on the screen here or here, somewhere on the screen, and you can see how far I've gone and how many Wainwrights are ticked off all together. I really hope you've enjoyed this season, and I hope you can get out and do some of the walks if you haven't already. And it'd be wonderful to have you all back out with me again in season 3, Central Fells. Looking forward to that. But in the meantime, let's get down to the pub and have a well-earned pint. So from me and the Finmeister, I bid thee all farewell. See you next time.